The second condition that I often hear confused with narcissism, especially in relationships, is ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Now, again, this is a condition that often overlaps with narcissism. So people who have ADHD often have narcissism and vice versa, right? So the way it could look similar, though, is a person with ADHD is really forgetful, is really inconsiderate, is sometimes really selfish. I mean, I'm thinking about my ex-husband, and I mean, I still don't know if I could classify the behaviors that really hurt me as ADHD or narcissistic. So ADHD in this core, I mean, that ADHD is another totally overdiagnosed condition in my opinion, but because so many disorders have attention issues. So the key thing with ADHD is it looks like basically that people with ADHD have a hard time controlling their attention, right? They can stare at a video game or a TV for really long periods of time, something that they like, but when it comes to actually, okay, I got to break away, I got to attend to this other thing that is more in line with my long-term goals, they have a harder time, right? So their attention beam is like, wandering around and they don't have as much control over it. Now, the way it looks like narcissism is that, well, I think that we, in general, in our relationships, really understand care as signs of someone considering us and considering our feelings and needs outside of their own, right? So someone who thinks about what you want for your birthday, or thinks about what will make you happy, or and remembers important details about you because they really want to get to know you. So people with ADHD have a hard time doing that. Um, and with my ex, it looked like that, where he looked like he was in his own little world, in his own little head. Not little, but he was in his own little world, and things that he promised me, things that he said he would do, he didn't do or forget about it. Like he would offer, I mean, sometimes he was really kind and would offer to do the laundry, but then would like leave the laundry wet in the basement for days on end. And that really did look like I wasn't being considered, right? It felt like, it felt like self-centered, because he would leave the laundry and go and do other things. He would play guitar and just hang out and do things that he wanted. So it felt really like, you're not considering things that are important to me. You're just doing what you need. And the feeling of people with ADHD and narcissism could be similar, because it feels like almost like boyish, almost like childish. Like I want to be fun and free and pay attention to all these different things and follow things that interest me, instead of like, what do I need to do to show that I care for this other person? What do I need to do to be responsible? What I need to keep track of? So it has this immature feeling. Um, and the struggle to follow through on promises, or to even pay attention to what you're saying, like in conversations, right? Sometimes they'll be on their phone and you'll be like, this guy doesn't care about me, this guy's a narcissist.